Hi YouTube. This is me trying to conceive after a loss. Excuse me. Well, um, I had a bad day today. I was having a lot of stomach pain. I guess you could call it cramps or whatever. So I don't really know what that means. According to my chart, I am between from my positive OPK, which was cycle day 16. I'm between 6-day PO and um, or if you go on 2 days after your positive OPK, you ovulate. I could be about 4th day PO, 3-day PO, somewhere in there. I do know that I only had one positive OPK this cycle, which was the smiley face, which I was happy to see, and which is really surprising because with me, sorry, like I said, I am a PCOSer, and before I used to get multiple days of positive OPKs. The one time I did get a positive OPK where it was just I only tested one time, and I ended up getting pregnant that cycle, but ended in a miscarriage shortly after, which was the doctor considered it a chemical pregnancy because from my levels, he didn't think that I had implanted. Um, so maybe that's a good thing. I'm not for sure. No. I was trying to find information on Clear Blue Digis on what was their sensitivity to find out if it was a higher sensitivity or a low one. But either way it goes, even I think it was that night I after I tested twice just to make sure it was for real. Excuse me, because like I said, I've never seen a smiley face before, so I was really excited. I tested twice and it was both smiley faces. And later on that night when I tried testing again, I don't know if I had a really good hold. The day I tested, I was in the hospital all day, about 7 or 8 hours, and I kind of held my urine the whole time because I was severely dehydrated. So once I received my IV fluids, and like I said, they only gave me pain medicine through IV for my stomach pain, and they gave me Finnegan and Zofran, like quite a few of those because I was having severe nausea. So none of those medicines, as far as I've seen when I looked up in research, can cause a positive OPK. So on that note, all I can really say is that my OPK was really positive because I actually had a really, really long hold. Usually my 4 hour holds would do pretty good. I was lowering my intake of fluid, and nothing was really working as far as I would get an almost positive, but nothing close. And then once I came back from the hospital, I decided to test, and then there was my smiley face. And like I said, I did it twice, so a couple of minutes, about a couple of hours or a few hours after my 2 positives, I got an empty circle. So that means that my surge was either really short, which can mean that I actually really did um, well, I was about to ovulate when I got my positive. So, getting into the business, like I said, I had a bad day. I was having stomach cramps. I felt really bad. I went to the hospital, but like I said, I didn't want to go to be seen because they had seen me maybe a few days before, probably 5 days before, and I didn't want to go in there and get nasty looks from doctors and nurses. Even though it shouldn't matter how many times I go, they get paid regardless if I go or not. So I decided, walk around for a bit, and I decided to come home, and I ended up feeling a little bit better, so I was able to sleep. Anyway, my symptoms that I've been having um, since ovulation was first ovulation day, I had really, really bad cramps, and I didn't know that it was ovulation. I just thought maybe it was something wrong. I had really bad lower back pain. Um, they said everything came back normal. So the back pain, the cramps, and on the um, left side, and the pop which I received on the my cycle day 17 the next day. I was feeling a pretty good amount of discomfort, and I had a pop from my left ovary, I believe, but both my ovaries was really pretty still sore. So it has died down now. Now the discomfort is mostly on my right side, oddly as it is. So I guess that sooner or later I'll see if I did ovulate, which according to my temperatures, I pretty much did. Um, it's weird that the right ovary would be the one that's still sore, and my left one's fine. So, other than that, I've been majorly bloated, uncomfortable, bloated really uncomfortably. My appetite has decreased a lot. Some of that is due to the metformin, which, as you know, I bumped myself up to 1,500 milligrams about a week ago. Which I don't know if the 1,500 milligram bump up within a matter of a week, which probably helped me earlier or stronger. I don't know, but all I do know is that it happened. My nausea. I was sent home with Zofran. My nausea is still a daily basis. Nothing close to vomiting like it was that Thursday when I went to the emergency room, but it's still, there, and it's annoying, but I'm getting through it. Now, I went out to Walmart probably about um 3 or 4 days ago, because when I went to Walmart I wasn't feeling good. I was really heavily bloated. It felt like I really couldn't hardly breathe, and I'm like, am I going to be okay? Am I going to wait it out? Do I want to just say forget it, call an ambulance? But I waited it out, and I ended up feeling better. So I'm hoping that it's something that's all this bloating and uncomfortableness. I'm hoping it means something. But when I went out to Walmart, I ended up picking these up, and they're pretty good, by the way. These are Spring Valley. They're adult gummy prenatal vitamins with DHA and folic acid. Um, you get 90 gummies in a bottle for about, I think it's $9. So when I get some more money, I'm gonna go back out and get like 2 more. Okay, even if I'm not pregnant, I want to continue to take them because metformin can deplete your B12, which can hinder your lateral phase, and it makes you a lot more sluggish and tired. Which it hasn't been bothering me, but I have been increasingly tired lately. The nausea, the bloating, and um, just a blah feeling. So, okay, here they are. If you can see it, it's a pretty big container for, pretty big bottle basically for $9, and they're not bad tasting. I pretty much like them. So, like I said, I'm gonna continue eating these. It's 2 a day, every day. So, I'm gonna continue on with doing my prenatal regimen all the way up until I find out I'm pregnant, just so that I have my B12, my folic acid. Even though they say you should start before you're pregnant, in my opinion, it's better late than never. I mean, at least it's getting in my system, and at least, I'm taking them. So, this is something else that, excuse me, I picked up, I picked this up after I had my miscarriage in 2011. After I had my miscarriage in 2011, I read up on this, and it's natural progesterone oil. It is double strength. You only use about, um, I think it's a half. I can't remember. It's like 4 drops. Um, Either on your chest, your forearm, your hand, or your feet, or your inner thigh. Or they would suggest you not to use it on your stomach, even though they said it's a place you can use. And since I have more fat around my tummy area, they said you shouldn't use it around like fatty tissue because it will only end up being absorbed in your tissues. versus, your bloodstream. So when you use it on your forearm or your chest or the top of your feet or your thigh, it actually goes into your muscle, which transports it into your bloodstream. Or if you use it in a place where you have like veins, which is usually underneath your wrist, it transports it directly to your blood. So they said it actually increases your progesterone in your system, and it's safe to use while pregnant. It says if you find out you're pregnant and you're taking it, to not stop, but to continue it. Now, it was pretty expensive. It was like $35, but when you're a first time buyer, you get 2 bottles. I already went through 1 bottle, and this is my second bottle. I've had it for quite a while. I've just put it up once I had a miscarriage, and I wasn't using this at the time, and then I realized that I wasn't having any periods and I wasn't getting pregnant, so I was like, I'm not going to waste it. Even though it says that if you're trying to get pregnant and you're not having periods, to use this, and you use it for 24 days out of your cycle, or just continuously use it. I think it's for 24 days and you stop, and you should be able to get a period. It's different ways you can use it, but it's not made by Wild Yams. This is purely, I think it's US grade. I can't really remember because it's been a long time and I really can't read it. Yeah, you use teaspoons. It's like 3 drops to a half a teaspoon is what you use, depending on your your need of progesterone. Um, and this is probably gonna be a long video because I'm gonna go through my medicines that what I'm gonna start taking now. Excuse me. So it's called natural progest progesterone, double strength skin oil. It's hyperallergenic. It has no smell. It's not oily, not greasy. Even though it is oil, it absorbs very quickly. It's really, really good. And as well as it's being progesterone, it also moisturizes your skin, obviously. And it's made by Women's Therapeutic Institute. Um, so, like I said, if you're a first time buyer, if you choose to get it, you get 2 bottles, buy one, get one free. Anything after that, it's, I think it's $24 a bottle. So, it's really expensive, and it's really not a lot that comes in it. But you get, I think it's, about 2 or 3 months worth in a bottle if you're only using it for the 2 weeks after you ovulate. If you turn to be pregnant, I guess you have to need more, and you should order it before you run out if you continue to use it. So this is what it looks like. Like I said, it's a very small bottle. It's probably pretty hard to read. There you go. It's pretty hard to read. So that's what it is. And I didn't start it. I wanted to start it at 3 p.m. 3 p.m., but I didn't because I wanted to make sure, for sure, I ovulated. Because with this strength of this progesterone oil, if you didn't ovulate, or if you suspected you did but you're not for sure, it will stop your ovulation because your body will think that it's pregnant because of the progesterone that you have in your system. This strength is 800 milligrams of pharmaceutical grade USP natural progesterone, and per ounce of oil, and the oil is coconut oil. So you don't refrigerate, and you're not supposed to keep it above temperatures of 65 degrees. So I'm going to start using this today. Oddly enough, it will be today when I use it. You can use it once in the morning, once at night. They prefer you to use it twice a day versus just once a day. And I'm going to start when I get off this video. I know my last video was 3 days ago, but I've just been feeling really icky. So I'm hoping it's icky feelings. Yes, I do know that symptoms this week is, not heard of. And I'm not Googling all over. Oh, I have this, I have that. Now, I Google over my discomfort to make sure everything is okay. And what I found about my discomfort is corpus luteum cyst that occurs after you ovulate that stays with your ovary to produce your progesterone up until either it receives the HCG from your baby or it dies down when it's time for your menstrual cycle. So I will only do this for about, I'm going to give myself to maybe, well, I'm going to test probably, I don't want to test for 18 DPO because I know for a fact 18 DPO high temperatures you're pregnant. Um, but I will probably start testing earlier than that, maybe 14 DPO. So I'm going to continue to use it for at least 14 to 18 DPO. If nothing perspires, I will get a beta done, and if that's negative, then I will stop, which will bring on my period. So, this is my Zofran from the hospital. They only gave me 10 pills, so I gotta take it sparingly as if I can't deal with the nausea, if I know I can't sleep because I'm so nauseous. That's the only time I take it. And other than that, that's really been going on. I've been really discomfort lately. I don't normally do everyday videos. It's usually every other day because I've been busy in my daytime with my nephew. But I'm gonna start to try to do every day. If not, it'll be every few days, but I'll give you a rundown the days beforehand. Um, so hopefully with the use of this progesterone oil, if I am pregnant, the progesterone oil will help. I'm thinking a lot of my symptoms that has been going on could be due to the really high progesterone I probably already have in my system. My temperature yesterday was 98.6, and my one before that was 97.7. Now, those temperatures are an open circle because I haven't really been sleeping too good with the nausea and the discomfort. So I usually sleep in the afternoon time, which I know that can, vary your temperature a lot. So who knows, maybe my progesterone is pretty high since the ovulation and I'm having all these crazy symptoms from it, which I know progesterone can give you symptoms. With this oil, it does say that after a couple of days, you will start to feel like you're pregnant because it is a high grade of progesterone. Um, so just to let you know, if you do decide to go buy it, or if you decide to try it out like I did, I was very pleased with it. I'm not gonna lie, I really was pleased with it. Then at least you know that the symptoms you could get from it is from the oil itself, not unless you get a positive pregnancy test, and then you know. So, other than that, um, I'm kind of giddy, excited to know what really happened with the positive OPK. I've been reading so much and looking at so much about PCOS, and I've been getting different things from different, medical advisors as far as what I see from videos online. They said that if you're overweight, it's impossible too hard to get pregnant with PCOS. Well, depending on how long I had it, I can really tell you that that's not true. I've been pregnant, and it's true. My miscarriage rate is, 100%, because every time I got pregnant, that's what happened. And I have lost 10 pounds, just about 10 pounds. And I don't know if I'm still losing, but with me barely eating, I probably am. And I've walked just about all day today. So it's not that bad. Um, so it's like I got kind of down by reading what I was looking at from the diagrams. But they said that as long as you can keep your insulin resistance down, lose 5 to 10% of your weight, which I think 5% of my weight would be probably about 6 pounds. So I already lost more than 6. And 10% would probably be 20 something pounds. So, other than that, and Once your insulin resistance is normal, your male hormones would decrease to the point where your body will start to go back to normal. So I'm hoping that that is really what's happening. That since my insulin is under control, it dropped my testosterone, it dropped everything else, and it's getting my body back on track. They say PCOS is hereditary. I don't know if it runs in my family. I can't really tell you. I do know that not really a lot of females in my family had problems getting pregnant. As far as aunts and cousins go, I had one cousin who had cysts on her ovary, but once they removed them, she had 3 healthy kids. No problems with pregnancy, no problems with conceiving. So maybe that she was a thin PCOSer because she's a very thin young lady, and I guess once they removed them, everything was okay. So who knows? But I'm pretty much optimistic about where to go from here. I'm thinking my next step would be if I don't get pregnant, that I want to try to ask for chlamyd to see if it can induce ovulation and see how that will go. Like I said, I was on it before, 50 milligrams and 100 milligrams, and I didn't respond. And I believe I didn't respond because I was polycystic and I wasn't diagnosed at that time because I was still having regular periods. And I know that it's possible to have regular periods and still be PCOS. So with the metformin, which I'm on, that's making everything hormonally normal, um, maybe I'll respond better to chlamyd. I guess we'll just see how that goes. But I'll, find out when I get to that bridge. So to all the ladies out there that are watching my videos and subscribing to my channel, I appreciate it. The comments, I do respond. May not be as soon as you post, but I respond as soon as I realize that they're on there. I thank you for commenting. I thank you for watching. And I thank you for encouraging me because, like I said, this is pretty hard for me, but it's getting a lot better. I enjoy talking about my journey, and hopefully, at the end of everything, I'll be blessed with a healthy child. And, well, I said I, but I mean we. Me and my boyfriend will be blessed with a healthy child, and I can actually be a mommy. Well, alright then, everybody. I thank you again for listening and watching, and I hope you have a great day. Bye.